Another story time for you. This one is harking back to the days when I was married to someone who wasn't accepting of my gender identity. What happened was we got to a point in our marriage where she wasn't happy because I wasn't manly enough for her. I guess that's obvious. I mean, I wasn't looking like this, but I've never been a manly person. So eventually, we got to a point where she was not happy with the way I was. She wasn't accepting. I wasn't manly enough. And this was still over 10 years ago now. And so I also wasn't accepting of myself really at that time. I tried to make things work by trying to be more manly. And I mean, clearly that failed. And I'm happy that it failed because I'm much happier now. But one thing I did was to try and be more manly was to go to this men's retreat for a weekend, nightmare. And looking back on it, I'm like, I can't even believe I did that. It's like basically teaching men how to be like more toxic male or like talk. It was like spreading toxic masculinity basically. And this was my ex's idea to do this. She was like, go on this men's retreat. It'll help you to get in touch with your manliness or like learn how to be a man. And so this really happened. I went on this retreat and with these other men and who also were struggling to be more manly. And the leader of this retreat, the person leading it, was trying to teach us how to be more manly. I kid you not. And it was all just things about, being more toxic as a male, basically. And one of the things he even said was, don't do yoga. Yoga is a female thing or a feminine thing. It's going to evoke feminine energy in you if you do yoga. So don't do yoga. Like, this is the extent that it went to. And I can't even believe it. Like, I'm like, now give me all the yoga. I was listening to this at the time. I was like, okay, I guess I can't do yoga now because it's going to make me more feminine and my wife won't like that. So it was ridiculous, really. And I hope you are never in a situation like that where you have to be someone you're not and just learn from me. Moral of the story is be yourself. Who you are at the core is not going to change no matter what kind of things you try to do. So be yourself, be happy, and don't try and be someone you're not. And if you feel like you want to do yoga. And it doesn't matter if it's evoking feminine energy in you, because everybody could use some feminine energy, really. Do what makes you happy. That's the moral of the story. Thank you.